Hi, I'm Richard Holcomb, and welcome to Who Rocks New Mexico. Today you'll meet some lovely folks living at Beehive Homes and see why we call them America's greatest generation. We'll see how the New Mexico Sinus Institute is changing the lives of New Mexicans who suffer from sinus issues. We'll spend some time with El Ranchito de los Niños, keeping brothers and sisters together. But first, let's meet Bob Farrell, publisher of the Business Resource Guide and My ABQ Guide.
Jason Mayer and myself, we worked for a national company out of San Diego doing military and chamber relocation guides, and we decided to start our own publication in Las Vegas for a niche that wasn't there and was serving all the business community. Everywhere that somebody moves, they really need a relocation guide to help them get acclimated to the new area. So we found it wasn't just Las Vegas that could use both of these type of publications, it was every major city that we went to.
In 2008 is when Bob kind of approached me about the idea of starting the Business Resource Guide, or starting a publication in general, and we kind of put together all of the experiences we'd had. Bob is very passionate about connecting people, and that's what makes him a great salesperson.
There are no other magazines that are specifically and uniquely about businesses. So we chose Business Resource Guide because it was a unique publication about businesses. Not only are we pleased with the Business Resource Guide, but during the Business Resource Guide, he also created My ABQ Guide. I'm not here to try to sell Bob. Bob sells himself. He is, what you see is what you get. We continue to advertise because we like the results.
I'd like to introduce you to Kathy Bomsey. She's our Director of Business Development. She's been with the company now for 2 years, just had her anniversary with us, and she does a great job of cultivating business in town.
One of my main tasks is to bring in new clients for Business Resource Guide and My ABQ Guide. I feel proud to stand behind both our publications. I feel proud to have my name on the masthead. I feel they're quality publications and that there's really nothing else like them in town.
You know, I clearly would recommend the Albuquerque Business Resource Guide for businesses looking to work with other businesses. I think it's an excellent way of reaching out to the business community here. It's actually, with the relocation guide, we have used it for recruitment of employees that might be moving to town.
As an Air Force veteran, there are a lot of things that I hold dear to me, and one of the things I was doing while I was working here is trying to find what's really important to me, and I found this organization called Paws and Stripes, and they take care of military veterans as well as dogs and animals. They help save both of those.
Paws and Stripes is a nonprofit organization that provides service dogs to disabled veterans who are suffering from post-traumatic stress disorder as well as traumatic brain injuries. What Bob's told us is that he's found a spot in his heart for Paws and Stripes. To be quite honest with you, I have a lot of people that I bump into, especially in the Albuquerque area, that all of a sudden they see the Paws and Stripes truck and they're bringing up the whole, you know, we saw your article in the Business Resource Guide. And I was like, wow, okay, that's kind of cool. And then you start to realize that we would have never been able to touch these people if it wasn't for that publication. You know, life has a way of coming full circle. And with the help of Bob and the Business Resource Guide and the publication, we've been able to get out and really touch a lot more individuals as far as with what Paws and Stripes does and our mission statements.
Bob Farrell, the musician. I have been playing music my first time on stage. My father was a musician in the Boston area. It's my one release where I can say I'm away from work. I think about just music, and it's a wonderful thing.
Dreams I've always had are coming true. A heart that was alone now beats for two. A life I'll share with you till the end of time. Thank God it all came together to make you mine.
A lot of places rock our state too. Here's another Travel Guide New Mexico moment. It's been called the Jewel of the Desert, the largest body of water in New Mexico, surrounded by 200 miles of shoreline. And for camping, fishing, boating, water skiing, jet skiing, and just plain outdoor fun, the Elephant Butte Recreation Area is one big summer party for all ages.
Here at Elephant Butte, it's amazing. Every year you get these families from all over the state of New Mexico and some from western Texas and even Arizona come here to Elephant Butte Lake. Some come once a summer and some come every weekend.
What makes Elephant Butte Lake so great is the multitude of opportunities for people to recreate. There's the fishing, there's swimming, there's wakeboarding, there's wake surfing, there's water skiing, and there's just hanging out. All those things are options on the lake. If you don't have your own boat, but you love the water, you can rent a boat.
Welcome to Sports Adventure Marina. It's your full-service rental company on Elephant Butte Lake. We feature jet skis, ski boats, wakeboarding boats, standard pontoon boats, deluxe pontoon boats. We have all the water toys, the knee boards, the wakeboards, the tubes, for a full day of enjoyment on Elephant Butte Lake.
We specialize in fishing kayaks. Those are the sit-on tops, and we outfit them with fishing gear and fish finders, and we also rent kayaks, so people come here and they just have a ball on the lake. When you're on a kayak, you're part of nature. You're a floating log out there. And it's interesting how sometimes the duck will jump up on the bow of the boat, and we wind up having to tell them, go away, and it's fun.
Elephant Butte Lake is one of the few places in the country where you can come and park your tent or your RV right next to the water. You have your own beachfront property. And if roughing it means no room service for you, there's a number of motels around, lots of restaurants and that sort of thing.
There's also some wonderful hotels like the Elephant Butte Inn and Marina Suites and Riverbend Hot Springs, Holiday Inn Express. The Elephant Butte Inn, we have of course a gorgeous swimming pool, and we also have a spa and salon. We have a tavern and a restaurant. We also have a RV park right across the street, the Elephant Butte Lake RV Resort, that has some great huge RV sites that can accommodate boats, jet skis, fifth wheels.
If you want a unique experience, we have what we call aqua lodges. They're houseboats moored for you. You're on the water 24/7. Sleep 10, barbecue grill, oven, and hot showers.
Elephant Butte is absolutely the boating capital of New Mexico, where we have the largest lake, and an entire community is made up of businesses and tourism that accommodate over 100,000 visitors in any holiday weekend. And if you don't own a boat and come to Elephant Butte, you're missing out on probably one of the nicest recreational experiences that you'll ever find anywhere in the world, more or less New Mexico.
One of the funny things we keep hearing is that the lake is gone and we're just a mud puddle. I had to dive right here just the other day and I was down 50 feet. We're an irrigation lake. We feed people from here all the way to the Gulf of Mexico. The lake is going to be here, and anything you want to do on the lake will still be available to you.
Up next, compassion, dignity, and a loving home.
It feels so true. When I'm with you, I'm free.
Hi, I'm Michael Newman, the host of New Mexico True Television, a brand new show coming up right after Who Rocks New Mexico. New Mexico True Television will show you our great state as you've never seen it before. And we'll provide you with travel tips to make it easy for you to plan your next New Mexico True staycation. So stay right here, enjoy Who Rocks New Mexico, and stay with us at 8:30 for the new weekly New Mexico True Television show. I'll see you in just a few minutes.
Hi, I'm Doug Wilson with American Tire and Service. Did you know any independent, reputable automotive repair center can provide factory scheduled maintenance under your new vehicle warranty? It's true, you don't need to go to the dealer. You know us, you trust us. So check your owner's manual for scheduled maintenance and let your guys at American Tire do the rest. Engine maintenance, transmission, tire rotation, any scheduled maintenance. American Tire and Service, your guys for all your vehicle maintenance and repairs. See us today.
Hi, I just saw Robert Wagner on television reading a script about reverse mortgages. You know, Robert doesn't know anything about reverse mortgages, but I do. Every month at Frost Mortgage, we loan hundreds of thousands of dollars to seniors to eliminate their mortgage payments for the rest of their lives. How much better would your life be if you didn't have a mortgage payment to make next month? If you're 62 or older, give us a call and we'll show you how this wonderful mortgage program works.
The Vietnam Veterans Memorial State Park in Angel Fire was the first in the nation to commemorate our Vietnam veterans. This very special place was built by Dr. Victor and Jean Westphal in memory of their son who was killed during the conflict. The David Westphal Veterans Foundation has been established to honor all of America's veterans and members of its military forces. Please consider making a donation to this place of reunion, reflection, healing, and a place for sharing experiences. AngelFireMemorial.com. Donate today.
What every child deserves.
To be safe in our home.
Food and clothes.
Not to be hurt.
A good education.
To grow up with our brothers and sisters.
To be loved, valued, and respected.
El Ranchito is a loving and stable children's home where brothers and sisters can live together as they grow into adulthood or until they can be reunited with their families. With your help, El Ranchito de los Niños will continue its mission for years to come. Learn how you can help. Call us today.
As we and our loved ones age, it's heartwarming to know that there are caregivers like Beehive Homes, providing a compassionate, loving environment for the elderly to live in dignity.
First year Ty didn't have the garden in. Then the second year, Ty put in this garden because I'd just bug him all the time. He didn't have something for me to do, and that's true. I have to be busy because I'm still able to. See, people need to have something to take their mind off from the end of life. They do, and that does it. A garden does that. And I think this year probably everybody in the 5 beehives have been down here and looked at it. But you see, it makes a nice trip out in the sunshine. We had about 20 bushel of tomatoes off in that patch, and we had a bushel and a peck of green beans. We had almost 200 zucchini. We had sugar peas and snow peas, and the snow peas got to be about 8 feet tall, and I had to keep roping them up and roping them up. I'd just pick them and lay them on the rocks because people come along and can't pick them out with their wheelchairs. So gardening is very important. And I like to see things grow. I like to help out with the taking care of the family that way too. To me, care is working in my garden. Care is Beehive Homes.
They're often referred to as the greatest generation, and they truly are.
Now accepting reservations for our new Four Hills home.
Looking for something fun to do in Albuquerque? Look no further. ABQ365.com is your resource for things to do in ABQ. From food and wine to local culture to sporting events, ABQ365 has something for you to do every day of the year. Check out the 365 days of events. Get out and enjoy all your city has to offer. Go to abq365.com to make your plans today.
As an eye surgeon, I'm passionate about using the most advanced medical procedures to help improve and restore vision. I'm also passionate about retinitis pigmentosa, or RP, an irreversible eye disease that often affects young adults and ultimately causes blindness. For me, the effects are more than just a stat. It's personal. My mother Juliet developed RP as a young child and became legally blind when she reached 40 years of age.
Today there is no cure, but with the right research, someday there will be.
That's why, while I was in school earning my MBA, classmates and I started the Juliet RP Vision Foundation, a non-profit organization dedicated to finding a cure for retina eye diseases. The goal of the foundation is threefold. First, raise awareness of this disease and its early signs. Second, provide college scholarships to visually impaired students. And third, fund research and ultimately find a cure.
So why are we sharing all this with you?
It's because we need your help, and there are so many wonderful ways to be involved.
We invite you to visit julietfoundation.org to learn more about the effects of retina eye diseases and how you can help. Donations of any size are tax deductible, will be greatly appreciated, and will be applied for research or scholarships.
In addition, please join us for our annual Vision Walk Run every August. This year's event will be held Saturday, August 16th at Russ Medical Center. The event includes a 5K walk or run, kids run, silent auction, and car show.
And finally, please spread the word about the 2014 Vision Walk or Run, and also the scholarships available for vision impaired college students.
As a young child, I promised my mother there would one day be a cure, and with your help, I'm confident there will be.
We'd like to invite you to First Tuesdays, a networking event created specifically for business owners and executives.
Giving you the opportunity to interact on a personal level with business people just like you.
Mark your calendar for every first Tuesday in 2014.
4:30 to 6:30 at Hotel Albuquerque's Q Bar for free hors d'oeuvres, happy hour cash bar,
And networking with fellow business owners and executives.
It's new, it's social, it's your opportunity to make new connections, build relationships, and share new ideas with your peers.
No pressure, no speakers, no roster, and no rules.
And name tags with first names only, so the focus is on you rather than your company.
It's First Tuesdays for business owners and executives, 4:30 to 6:30 at Hotel Albuquerque's Q Bar.
To register, visit firsttuesdaysabq.com. Be there!
Need office space? 3791 Southern Boulevard in Rio Rancho represents an outstanding value in office space in the heart of Rio Rancho's business district. With clean and versatile space available, 3791 Southern Boulevard is a two-story office building and offers good visibility with signage opportunities for tenants. There's only one suite of up to 2,700 square feet still available, so act now. For more information, call David at 505-259-3706.
Keeping brothers and sisters together is the mission of El Ranchito de los Niños.
El Ranchito is a loving and stable children's home where brothers and sisters can live together as they grow into adulthood or until they can be reunited with their families.
Years ago, our company, Sundance Mechanical and Utility, had a nonprofit that gave to other organizations that helped families, either with rental assistance or money or washers, dryers, whatever the families needed. We decided that we wanted to make sure that we were directly helping children. So we thought the best way to do that would be starting a children's home. Children that lose their parents, it's very hard, or that they can't live with their parents, but to actually lose a brother and a sister and not be able to live with them, it's hard for them to not have them in their lives. So we felt a need to have the siblings stay together. There's children in our community around the state that have parents that cannot take care of them. So we want to ensure that these children have their brothers and sisters to grow up with.
El Ranchito serves any child age 0 to 18. We do a couple of things. We try to figure out where there are a lack of services for children and try to meet that need. So for example, in New Mexico, there aren't very many programs that take entire sibling groups under the age of 5. And so we are willing to do that. Our goal and our belief is that siblings that are allowed to grow up together are far better off and experience far less trauma. El Ranchito offers an opportunity for these children to come to a new and different and better place so that they can launch into adulthood as fully functioning, loving, caring, nurturing human beings.
What I like about El Ranchito is they help you to succeed and get you ready for when you graduate to get on and onto your own and prepared. They give me the opportunity to have a job and they support it And when I'm having problems, they're always there, and they're always asking, well, what can we do to help out? What can we do to make whatever you want to do possible? I've learned to keep going when there's doubts or times are tough. Never give up, pretty much whatever I do. My favorite thing about El Ranchito is I'm able to show animals, and I'm allowed to get a good education, and I know they're always going to be there for me.
The basic needs for these children is food, clothing, and education. And you can help out in all those ways. We send our children to private schools so they can get the best education possible, and so you can also help out with tuition.
Since every bite of food, every shirt on a child's back is a gift from someone, we spend a lot of time seeking those gifts to ensure that the children receive the care that they have been promised. This is a place where they're growing up. This is where they experience love, brain development, where they learn to read, where they say their prayers just before bed. People take care of them and love them and nurture them.
We take no state or federal funding, so everything that the children have here is given to us by donors. So you could help out by giving money, by being volunteers, or by just coming and bringing anything that we need for these children.
For me to be here is peace and joy, laughter, love. I love the kids, they return the love, and it makes me smile, and I go home very happy. And I always get back more than what I give.
My goals for El Ranchito would be that these children know that they have a stable home to live in, that they have self-worth, that there is a God, and that they have enough background that they're able to go on from here and have a productive, happy life.
Your gift makes it possible for children to experience a safe childhood through nurturing and love. To find out how you can help, call this number or go to elranchitonm.org.
Up next, we'll see how the New Mexico Sinus Institute is changing the lives of New Mexicans who suffer from sinus issues.
This is where many songs become one, and life dances in perfect rhythm. This is everyday life when it's embraced by the extraordinary. Like no place you've ever been before, this is Albuquerque.
It feels so true. When I'm with you, I'm free.
Hi, I'm Michael Newman, the host of New Mexico True Television, a brand new show coming up right after Who Rocks New Mexico. New Mexico True Television will show you our great state as you've never seen it before. And we'll provide you with travel tips to make it easy for you to plan your next New Mexico True staycation. So stay right here, enjoy Who Rocks New Mexico, and stay with us at 8:30 for the new weekly New Mexico True Television show. I'll see you in just a few minutes.
Hi, I'm Doug Wilson, the owner of American Tire and Service. Do you know what makes a great mechanic? What makes one shop better than another? Training is mighty important. Certification? You bet. Experience? The more the better. Knowledge? Cars are complicated nowadays, and believe me, these mechanics need to know a lot. But do you know what really makes a great mechanic? Heart. It's a passion that drives a mechanic to do the right thing every time. At American Tire, it's the first thing we look for in a mechanic. Of course they have the training, the certifications, the experience, and the knowledge. But heart is what makes it all work for you and for us. Our entire team is dedicated to professional service. We all know that's what it takes to bring you back. We've been helping people like you for over 25 years. We're locally owned and proud to serve you. Come ask for me by name, Doug Wilson. I'd love to serve you.
American Tire and Service on Highway 528 between Southern and Northern. The only guys for you.
What you don't need when it's time to close your mortgage is a nameless, faceless voice at the other end of a 1-800 number. What you do need is a licensed local loan officer who will attend your closing, sit with you and answer every one of the questions that you will surely have as you read and sign over 57 legal documents. At Frost Mortgage, we're licensed, we're professional, and we're local. We don't just close loans, we open doors.
In the early 1980s, the HIV virus began infecting individuals all over the world. At that time, learning you were infected was a death sentence, a sentence that ended the lives of an estimated 2,500 people right here in New Mexico. However, today, with the help of New Mexico AIDS Services, being infected with HIV doesn't have to mean the end of your life. It simply means the beginning of a new one.
The New Mexico Sinus Institute is changing the lives of New Mexicans who suffer from sinus issues.
Thousands of New Mexicans suffer from breathing issues, sinus infection and headaches, severe allergies, loss of hearing, taste and smell, and other ear, nose, and throat issues. The good news is there's help. The New Mexico Sinus Institute.
I love helping people, and I love watching them get better. They come in, they're feeling miserable, and we do sinus surgery or whatever surgery, taking out tonsils. And then over the next couple of weeks, you just see them get better. You see their pain and their suffering go away. It's very rewarding, and I think that's why most doctors go into it, is because they love to help people. And I love the patient population. You know, we see people from pediatric patients need their tonsils out, all the way up to older people who have hearing loss. And then the procedures, it's fun to be able to take care of people and actually do something that's going to make a difference, and usually a relatively short amount of time.
I saw a patient today that said that he was back to doing hobbies that he had been unable to do previously because of the fatigue and the discomfort that he had from his chronic sinus pressure.
With the sinus surgery, I do a lot of sinus surgery. Those patients are begging for surgery. There's not many surgeries that you do where people come in asking for it, they really want it, and they're excited to be better. We've set up a healthcare system basically in this practice where we have physician assistants who work with me. We can cover the whole state and be able to provide care to people who normally wouldn't be able to get in.
I'm Jeff Davis. I'm a physician assistant, and I work alongside with Dr. Alexander as one of his team members to see patients in a quick and efficient manner. It's very satisfactory to see them leave our clinic feeling a lot better.
And there's no long waits to get in to see us. Usually we can get them in within the same day or the next couple of days. And people who live in outreaches like Lovington or Hobbs, oftentimes they have to drive great distances to get health care. We want to do it to where they can have surgery, they can be treated within their hometown, and then get appointments relatively quickly.
Dr. Alexander, his staff, his office, everybody's professional, and if you need to see an ENT, this is the place you want to go. They take great care of you, and they're wonderful people.
The New Mexico Sinus Institute has expanded to 5 clinics throughout the state: Rio Rancho, Los Alamos, Taos, Roswell, and Hobbs, bringing ear, nose, and throat care directly to patients. For more information or to schedule an appointment, call 1-855-81-SINUS.
That's all the time we have this week on Who Rocks New Mexico. I hope you enjoyed the show as much as I enjoyed bringing it to you. And while you're out and about this week, if you see our men and women in uniform, stop them and be sure and thank them for their service. If you'd like more information on the folks you saw on today's show, check us out on the web at whorocksnm.com. Have a great week, everybody. We'll see you next week.